Hi, this is Pravin Chaulagai. I'm here to talk about Nepal. This is my first assignment for international political economy. Talking about Nepal, Nepal is a very small country in between two giant countries of the world, mm, China in the northern side and India in the east, west and southern side. And now I'm going to talk about history of Nepal. Nepal was ruled by Kirati Litsavi and Malla dynasty until 18th century. And then Nepal was conquered as a single nation from a scattered small kingdoms in 18th century by Prithvi Narayan Shah. After that, in 1846, Rana regime started. And in 1950, Rana regime was overthrown and royal authority was restored. In 1962, the panchayat system was introduced by King Mahendra, where king had all the power. And in 1990, the restoration of democracy as constitutional monarchy was introduced. After that, in 1996 and 1997, the Nepalese Civil War started by the Communist Party of Nepal, Maoist, to establish People's New Democratic Republic. And later, in 2006, the strike and protest forced the king to reinstate the parliament and the peace deal occurred. After 2 years, in 2008, newly elected Constitutional Assembly declared Nepal the Federal Democratic Republic, abolishing the 240-year-old monarchy. And in 2017, the election held to elect new parliament and new government. And in this year 2018, the new government of Communist Party of Nepal, UML, Unified Marxist and Leninist, Lenin, and Communist Party of Nepal, Maoist Center, had a new government after union, where Kharga Prasad Oli is the current Prime Minister of Nepal. Now, talking about the culture of Nepal, it was only the Hindu kingdom and before 2006 when they declared a secular country and religious talking about religions in Nepal. We can find Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, Jainism, Sikhism, born ancestor worship, and animism. But the majority of people are Hindus and Buddhist. So, talking about the labor force of Nepal, by occupation, agriculture has 69%, industry has 12%, and service has 19%, according to the estimate of 2015. Now, we are going to talk about export and imports of Nepal as well as the GDP of Nepal. So the GDP of Nepal is $24.47 billion in 2017. Nepal is 160 largest export economy in the world and 115th largest importer in the world. Talking about the top export partners of Nepal are India, USA, Bangladesh, and Germany. And the top export products are carpets, beverage, textile, tea, and plastic. The total exports of Nepal is 696 million US dollar, and the import partners of Nepal are India, China, the UAE, Indonesia, and Thailand. These are the top import partners. And the top products imported are fuel, apparel, gold, iron and steel, machinery, equipments. The total import is 6.51 billion US dollars. Talking about the economy of Nepal, now Nepal depends largely on remittance. The cost of import and export is very expensive, and it is very time taking in Nepal because Nepal is a landlocked country with no coast. Mm, the per capita of the per capita income of Nepal is to 2520 US dollar as per purchasing power parity. And the geographical regions of Nepal is divided into three sides, you can say. And the topmost part is Himalayan region, the middle one is hilly region, and the southern border with plain lands is Tarai region. Nepal, talking about the remittance dependence economy of Nepal, before before century, lots of Nepalese people used to go abroad for army and for businesses, but nowadays the labor force of Nepal are going abroad for employment and better life. So that is how Nepal is getting remittance from all over the world, and the the economy is sustaining just through remittance nowadays. Talking about the closer economic relation with India, it is we have large borders with India, and there are free trade agreements, treaty of trades, and infrastructure development is done. Lots of infrastructure development is done by India just to improve the transportation for export and import of the economy. The financial help for development is given by India, like providing loans or grants sometimes. Nepal also wishes to export electricity to India, as Nepal has a 44,000 feasibility 44,000 megawatt feasibility potential of hydropower. The major okay, now we are going to talk about the liberal market economy of Nepal. Nepal is a centralized controlled economy, and now Nepal also has a FDI opportunities. Foreign direct investments is welcomed in Nepal. There are less rules and regulations, highly liberalized. The talking about the trade agreements, Nepal has trade agreements like SAFTA, South Asian Free Trade Area, member of the WTO, World Trade Organization, member of BIMSTEC, Bay of Bengal Initiative for sectoral, technical, and economic cooperation, bilateral trade treaties with 17 countries. Now, the major challenges to do business in Nepal are like means of transportation difficulties, labor force seeking employment abroad, skilled labor force, natural calamities, laws, regulations, and policies for Foreign Investment and Technology Transfer Act. Talking about the natural calamities, Nepal had a massive 7.8 magnitude earthquake in April and May 2015, which had lost a lot of lives as well as the billions of dollars were lost due to the destruction. So these are the challenges to for doing business in Nepal. But there are also some benefits for investors, like the location is best location because it is in between China and India. So China India proximity is there. The time zone advantage, where we can say while there is a daytime in US, Nepal has a night time, and when Nepal has a daytime, US has a night time. So in that way, the company, if the foreign investors, if the company from US, Europe comes and invest in Nepal, they can operate 24-hour in this way, in this location. The low cost advantage is also there, and now as Nepal has become the politically stable, so there are a lot of great opportunities coming soon. So talking about the FDI just started, those companies who invest first will get the first benefit. So that is why first industry benefit will also be there. And nowadays, due to the educated economy and lot of people doing degrees and education, taking education as a part of their life, there are a lot of efficient manpower, increasing in efficient manpower in the country. It also has great weather. The people are friendly people, which will help in doing the business properly. Thank you.